How did we get from Jesus breaking bread at Passover to sipping juice from a plastic cup and nibbling a cracker in church rows? This is part 8 of 9, so you may want to go to my profile and watch the full playlist if learning about ecclesia is important to you. Acts 2:42 says the early believers devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching, fellowship, the breaking of bread, and prayer. That phrase, the breaking of bread, is the heartbeat of Christian community, and it was the center of the meeting for the earliest believers. It began with Passover. On the night before his crucifixion, Jesus shared the Passover meal with his disciples, but he gave it new meaning. He took the bread and said, "This is my body." He took the cup and said, "This is my blood of the covenant." In that moment, Passover was fulfilled in him. The early church carried this forward as agape feasts. Imagine a potluck. Everyone brought food. Everyone shared. Rich and poor at the same table, no one excluded. And at the center of these meals, they broke bread and lifted the cup in remembrance of Jesus. Jude 1:12 even refers to these love feasts. But the meal wasn't just physical, it was a picture of what their gatherings were meant to be spiritual. Just like everyone brought food, everyone was also expected to bring a word, a song, or a revelation. Paul says in 1 Corinthians 14:26, "When you come together, each of you has a psalm, a teaching, a tongue, a revelation, an interpretation. Let all things be done for building up." The physical potluck mirrored the spiritual potluck. Every voice mattered. Every contribution mattered. That's what made the church strong. But problems crept in. By the time Paul writes 1 Corinthians 11, the wealthy were feasting while the poor went hungry. Paul rebukes them, saying, "This is not the Lord's Supper." And over time, to avoid these abuses, leaders began separating the Eucharist from the meal. By the 4th century, when worship moved from homes to basilicas, the family meal disappeared. Communion became a ritual. Bread and wine at the altar, given by clergy. And the pattern repeated. Just as one man began serving the bread, one man began giving the teaching. The body went silent. But that's not the design. The breaking of bread was never meant to be a tiny cracker and a plastic cup, any more than meetings were meant to be a lecture from one voice. Communion was meant to be a shared meal, just like teaching was meant to be shared by all. When we return to that, where everyone brings food for the body and everyone brings revelation for the spirit, we rediscover the power of Acts 2:42. Because the breaking of bread isn't just about remembering his sacrifice. It's about embodying his unity. Many members, one body, joined together in him. Follow to join us as we uncover even more ecclesia truth. Part 9 is next.